Hello students, how is it going? What are we studying today? We're still in chapter 1 talking about self. But we have different material for today because today's material are the structure of an email letter and then the second grammar review. Sebelum kita lanjutkan, kalian masih ingat nggak previous material atau materi kita sebelumnya? Good job. Okay, from the previous meeting we have 3 materials. The first thing to talking about self, and then the second introducing yourself, and then the third introducing other people. Now let's talk letter for pen pals. Apa sih hubungan talking about self dengan letter for pen pals? Hubungannya adalah share the information about ourselves for our pen pals in a letter. Contohnya yang pertama kalian lakukan pasti memperkenalkan diri dengan expression yang Miss berikan kemarin, seperti nama, and then age, and then hobby, family, and etc. yang related with yourself. Supaya kalian tidak bingung, misalkan memberikan contoh tentang the example pen pals. Okay, this is the example of letter for pen pals, and bisa juga kalian lihat di e-book yang Miss sarankan untuk download kemarin. Ini adalah email letter that have written by Hannah to Alia. Let's see to identify the main idea of the letter for pen pals yang dituliskan si Hannah ke Alia. Okay, on the paragraph 1 you can see the main idea of paragraph is Hannah introduced herself. Hannah knew Alia from Caroline, and Caroline told Hannah that Alia wants to have pen pals from USA. And then from paragraph 2 you can find the main idea. Hannah tells the other aspects about herself. Hannah told Alia about herself, her occupation, and her family. And paragraph 3, Hannah tells about her hobbies such as playing music and doing sport. Hannah told about her interests like pets, her favorite subject, and her ambition. Okay, and the last paragraph, Hannah wants Alia to reply her email. Hannah wanted to know the story about Alia. Oke, dari keempat paragraf yang kita identify main idenya, kita bisa membagikan lagi menjadi bagian-bagian the letter of pen pals atau parts of the letter or parts of the email. Jadi apa sih bagian inti dari letter of pen pals atau parts of letter email? The first is opening, next contents, and then the last closing. Let's see the explanation one by one. What is the purpose of opening? To start the communication, untuk memulai suatu komunikasi dengan details, ada di paragraf 1 yang diisi dengan greetings, hello, hi, good morning, and then next content. Ya, yang kedua adalah content. What is the purpose of content? To communicate with sharing or talking about something. Ya, jadi ini konten untuk men-share atau berbagi cerita. And detail usually in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. Okay. And in this paragraph you can share your hobby, yourself, your family, and etc. Okay, and the last is closing. Jadi untuk mengakhiri komunikasi, to end the communication. Kalau tadi opening untuk memulai, konten untuk men-share atau berbagi cerita, dan closing tentu saja untuk menutup percakapan. Ini details in paragraph 4. Jadi yang Miss bilang tadi, the first material about text structure of pen pals itu adalah part of the letter. The first opening, second content, and then the last closing. Okay, my intelligent students, after I give you the example about letter of pen pals, and then the second determine the main idea. Okay, and then how to write an email or a letter for pen pals. The first, what do you write to start your communication in an email or letter? Okay, apa yang mau kalian tulis untuk memulai komunikasi dengan pen pals di email kalian? Okay, next, the second, what details do you write in your email or letter? How old are you? Where do you attend senior high school? What are your hobbies? How many siblings do you have? And etc. Jadi ini lebih mengarah ke talking about self, memperkenalkan diri kalian, usia, keluarga, hobi, dan lain-lain. And then yang ketiga, what do you write to end your letter or email? Apa yang kalian tulis untuk mengakhiri percakapan kalian di surat atau di email? Okay, number 4. Before you send your email or your letter, read through your email letter to find any content, grammar, vocabulary, spelling, or punctuation error and correct them if any. Jadi setelah kalian nulis suratnya, nggak ada salahnya kalian cek ulang lagi apakah ada yang salah dengan grammarnya, penulisannya, atau spelling atau punctuationnya sebelum dikirim. Okay, next, how about the responding to an email or a letter? Okay, the first, what do you write to start your response to an email or a letter? Jadi apa yang kalian tulis untuk merespon surat dari pen pals kalian? Oke, yang kedua, what details do you write in your email and letter? Same with writing ya, yang tadi sama seperti yang tadi. Setelah sudah merespon di bagian pertama, kalian bisa share about yourself. And then the third, what do you write to end your letter or your email? Apa yang kalian tulis untuk mengakhiri surat atau email kalian? And then the last, before you send your email or your letter, read through your email or letter to find any content. Sama seperti yang tadi, dicek sebelum dikirim apakah ada yang salah dengan penulisan dan sebagainya. Okay, that is about responding to an email or a letter. Now we will go on to grammar review. We will discuss about pronoun. Why? Kenapa kita membahas pronoun di sini? Karena because in talking about self we use usually pronoun, right? Jadi di talking about self ini kita selalu menggunakan pronoun atau kata ganti. Okay, there are several types of pronouns. The first subjective, the second objective, and then the third possessive adjective, and then the last possessive pronoun. Let's see the explanation. From the first is subjective pronouns. Are the subjects of a sentence. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Okay, for example, I have 3 dogs. Jadi di sini yang subject pronounsnya adalah tentu yang I. And then you like to have many pen pals. Di sini yang jadi subjective pronounnya adalah you. Oke, ini mudah ya, subjective pronoun. Kita hanya menentukan di mana letak subjek dalam suatu kalimat. Okay, next, the second, objective pronouns are the objects of a sentence. Me, him, her, it, us, them, you. Okay, for example, I know Caroline. She introduced me to you via email. Jadi di sini yang objektifnya adalah me, objective pronounsnya adalah me, not I. I di situ adalah sebagai subject pronouns, I and she sebagai subjective pronoun. And then let's see the second. My brother is an elementary school student. Sometimes I accompany him to go to school. Jadi him di situ kata ganti dari good job, my brother ya, my brother. Jadi I di situ adalah sebagai subjective pronoun. My brother, kalau misalnya my brother aja itu termasuk dalam subjective pronouns, kata gantinya adalah he. Tapi kalau him baru dia masuk ke objective pronouns. Tahu ya perbedaannya antara subjective pronoun and objective pronoun. Next, the third is possessive adjective are words that indicate possession. Possessive adjectives are used with nouns. My, your, her, his, our, their, its plus noun, diikuti dengan noun. Jadi possessive adjective itu adalah menandai kepemilikan atau kepunyaan dengan ciri-cirinya selalu diikuti dengan noun atau kata bendanya. Okay, for example, I have a pen pal. My pen pal is very kind. Jadi di sini yang jadi possessive adjective-nya adalah my karena diikuti dengan noun atau kata bendanya adalah pen. Okay. Next, you have 3 dogs. Your dogs need a lot of attention. Jadi di sini sama yang jadi possessive adjective-nya adalah your karena diikuti dengan noun atau kata bendanya adalah dogs. Okay. Your dogs itu adalah sebagai possessive adjective. Okay, next. The last about possessive pronouns. Okay, possessive pronouns also show possession, but possessive pronouns are not followed by nouns. Jadi ini adalah sama menandai kepemilikan, tapi bedanya dengan possessive adjective tidak diikuti dengan noun atau kata benda. Contohnya mine, yours, his, her, ours, their. Mine milikku, yours miliknya, milik dia, milik mereka, milik kita. Oke, contohnya this is my book. This book is mine. This is my book. My book di situ adalah possessive adjective karena diikuti dengan noun atau kata benda. This book is mine. Mine di situ adalah berarti kepunyaan tapi tidak diikuti oleh noun. Kata mine adalah possessive pronoun. Buku ini adalah milikku. Oke. My book di situ dia sebagai possessive adjective dan mine sebagai possessive pronoun. Sama seperti the third example. His school is far from here. His is far. His school di situ dia sebagai possessive. His di situ dia sebagai possessive adjective ya karena diikuti dengan noun. School di situ adalah noun atau kata bendanya, and then his is far. His is far. His di situ dia sebagai possessive pronoun. Sebagai possessive pronoun. Okay. I think you understand about possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. I think that's all about our material about our material today. Okay, I will give you the word motivation. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. And then if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Jadi jika tidak mau belajar, tidak akan ada seorang pun yang membantu kamu. Jika tekun belajar, tidak akan ada yang dapat menghentikanmu. Oke, itu adalah kata motivasinya. Jadi belajarlah di rumah supaya lebih pintar lagi dan semakin semangat lagi untuk belajarnya. Oke, that's all for today and thank you.